Hello and welcome in. I am 51 years old, but at 49, I decided to make a hard pivot with the way that I was making money for myself. So grab your notebook because in today's video, I'm going to share the digital business that I chose to support my lifestyle at midlife and how you can do the exact same thing. So number one, at 49, going into my 50s, I knew that I wanted a different way of earning. So I think it's really important that you know what you want at this stage of your life and that you decide to simply go for it. At 49, I knew that I needed a pivot. I was so tired of trading all of my time for dollars. I was tired of coaching. I was tired of making money and knowing that every single dollar I earned, that I was adding yet another call to my calendar. And I was also tired of creating and launching brand new products every single month. I knew going into my 50s that I wanted a much easier approach to earning my money, that I no longer wanted to trade time for dollars. Like it very much so felt like I had a job. And I've been boss free now for 14 years. So, when I was 49 years old, I had been boss free for 12, 13 years, right? And I felt like I might as well have a job for all the time that I was actually trading for dollars. And it was also very, very hard to scale my income because there was only one of me. So I also knew that along with creating a more passive way of earning, like as an example, I woke up this morning to a $500 sale. That is what I knew I wanted when I was 49 years old. And I also wanted to know that I could take the ceiling off of my earning potential. So just like you may be considering wardrobe or diet or skincare routines going into your 50s, if you're anything like me, you definitely do watch those videos. But the good news is, if you are dissatisfied with the way that you are earning, you can decide today that you are going to step into or decide upon a new way of earning for yourself. I will tell you, it is never too late. Yes, even going into your 50s, it is never too late to decide upon going for something that you want. I'll share this really quick story because I think it can be a big inspiration for you. When I was 49, I remember there was just one particular day where I was feeling really, really down. And my husband asked what was wrong. And instead of telling him nothing like I ordinarily would do, I actually fessed up that I just felt like at that stage of my life that I was just dissatisfied and I wasn't where I wanted to be. And I remember he told me two things. He said, well, number one, you can either look at it as that's just where you're supposed to be in life right now, like that's just where God has you, right? Or number two, you can decide to do things differently. And I remember the first thought I had was, well, there is no way that I'm just deciding that this is just where I'm supposed to be right now. If I'm dissatisfied, I'm going to decide to go for it. And what that really meant was deciding to make new choices so that I could get a new outcome. So I'm telling you, no matter how old you are, you can decide today, just like you're deciding upon a new wardrobe or new skincare or a new diet in your 50s, you literally can decide that right now you want to go for a new way of earning for yourself, and you absolutely can begin pursuing it. Number two, going into my 50s, I knew that time was really, really precious. And that's why trading so much of my time for dollars and constantly being in creation mode and launching mode and not making the kind of money I really wanted to make, that's why it really irked me, because time is precious. And so what I realized was that I needed a more proven path. Like there was no reason for me to start from scratch when there were already models out there and people out there doing what I wanted to do, earning what I wanted to earn, and building the kind of businesses that I wanted to build. And so I would encourage you to do the exact same thing. If you're looking to give your income a reboot or to start doing something from scratch or something different than what you're doing right now, let's not use that word scratch. Like, let's not decide that we're going to start from scratch, because time is very, very precious. And if you decide to start from scratch, it means that you're literally deciding to start with an idea. And now you're trying to figure out how to put all of the bits and pieces together in order to build your, dream income stream. What happened for me, and I feel like it was really a blessing, is once I decided that I was going to pivot my business, even though I had no clear direction, I had an idea of what I wanted my business to look like. And I happened to find a lady that was creating content online. At that month, she had earned $22,000 that month, and she was working or selling an income stream or business model where other people could model it. And basically like a franchise. And so after listening to her live stream that night, I decided to go right over to her website. And that night I decided this is what I wanted to do, because everything about her business resonated with me. It was a business that was already set up. The money she was making, I was like, that is exactly what I want. And it was the whole idea of simplicity. Like I just saw simplicity in the way that she was earning, and I knew with everything in me, with all of my experience that I've already had online, I knew that I could absolutely step into that way of earning and allow it to be really, really easy for me. So I got started that night. dove into the information, began going through it, and then that weekend I decided that I was going to copy her business model because I could. I bought the license to do so, and within a weekend I had my brand new income stream and business set up. I went out there on Monday, and by Wednesday I had my little $500 investment back. I earned $1,500 my very first week, and then I went on to earn $110,000 in the next 12 months. So it's like I went from a hard pivot, closing down a business that no longer served me, moved immediately into another business, and was able to earn over 100. Now I'm going to refer to my notes just for a second because these are some key points where if you were sitting like at my kitchen table right now and I was breaking down and sharing this with you, these were some things that I really, really want you to know as far as like why this was so important to me at 49 going into my 50s, knowing that I wanted an easier way of, earning money from home for myself. Number one was there was no starting from scratch. So I didn't have to sit there trying to take an idea and then figure out how I was going to go out there and turn that idea into a brand new business model. With all of my years of experience, I know for a fact that would have taken me many months to really, really figure out. And there is no way that I would have first off made $1,500 in one single week from starting. And I'm pretty doubtful that I would have made six figures in my first 12 months trying to start from scratch, knowing how long, right, it takes the average person to turn an idea into a cash flowing business. And so I love the fact that it literally was turnkey. And with being in the business world for so long, like the best way that I could think about it or see it was like, wow, like this is like a very, very affordable franchise where literally all I have to do is just come inside, right, turn the key and use everything within the system to help me get my business set up to replicate what was already earning my mentor $22,000 in that month and to go out there and essentially just copy what it was that she was doing. I love the fact that it gave me a license to be able to earn 100% profit. So again, turnkey, where I was really stepping into something that I didn't have to create yet. They gave me the opportunity to earn 100% profits, meaning that that my hard work would really, really pay off for me. I love knowing that I wasn't earning chump change. Instead of selling, $27 ebooks and building these big, robust, complicated funnels and websites and sales systems, that every single time someone came across my information, much like I came across her information, that I would earn $500 per sale. Like that really, really fired me up to know that I could replace my coaching business very simply and surpass it. It gave me a lot of confidence. And I love the fact that I was also able to build a recurring income on the back end. And I can tell you right now at the age of 51, as I look at my financials from month to month, that aspect right there is so super important. Like, yes, I love knowing that I have a 5-figure a month business from a $500 income stream. But what I really, really love and I dig so much is that knowing that every single month, my recurring income is growing as well. And if you're in your 50s or going into your 60s and you're like contemplating things like retirement and things like Social Security, you might realize how small that actually is. What if you knew that you could build a business or have an income stream where not only could you possibly replace Social Security with just a couple of sales in this instance, but also know that if you give yourself a couple of years, that you could also have a very, very strong recurring income that keeps coming in for you month after month without you having to do any additional selling, any additional work, or really making any additional sales unless you want it to continue to grow. So that for me, again, that's become way more important, as the months and the years go by. The other thing, which I think is so important, is very low overhead. So I run a 6-figure-a-year business at this point for less than $100 a month. And so again, those are some things that just really, really stand out to me when it comes to this particular business model. And so again, time is very, very precious. And I would just say, if you are fired up by the idea of entertaining a new way of earning, you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to trade your time for dollars. You don't have to coach. You don't have to create from scratch. You don't have to turn an area of expertise into a business. Like, you don't have to figure out how to do all of those. Like, there is a way to tap into a turnkey style business and be able to be up and running within a week or two, and then out there making sales within your first 30 days. And if you know anything about business, getting into profit status within 30 days or even 60 days if it took you a little bit longer. Like, those are really, really good statistics, right, for starting an online business or for starting a business, period. And I'll talk about this in just a few moments in more depth, but one thing I really loved about this particular business was the fact I understand how important learning online business skills and digital marketing skills and like learning how to use the internet landscape as a place of business. And I know so many people come online and they have the aspirations of wanting to start a business online, but they don't know anything about how to get started or how to market or how to position themselves or how to build a brand or any of those things. And so what I loved is that the core product, the core education was teaching people all of those things while giving them a ready-made income stream as well. Because so many people do come online, they have really, really great ideas. And not only does it take them a long time, in many cases, to turn those ideas into a viable business that's actually making them money, but so many people struggle because they don't know how to use these platforms, right, as a place of business. So knowing that I was going to be able to help people, right, with this knowledge while giving people that wanted a ready-made business, a ready-made income stream, like those two things were literally like a match made in heaven for me, right, as someone that wanted to sell something of high value and really help people get a strong start as it pertains to making money online, and then also giving them a ready-made income stream so that if someone wanted to go out there and within their first 30 days start cash flowing, they absolutely could. All right, number 3, make sure that even if you don't decide to do what it is that I'm doing, but you do decide to pursue a new way of earning for yourself, make sure that you align that new business or that new income stream with the goals for your lifestyle. Because the exact same business could look differently and run differently for people that have different distinct goals. So like as an example, I don't mind hustling, I don't mind grinding, I don't mind working hard when I know that it's getting me to my intended goal or my intended outcome. What I loved about this particular model so much is that it allowed me to set up a business where I could literally run it and be very profitable in only 4 hours a day. And the way that I was able to do that was by setting up a daily method of operation that works for my lifestyle, right? As a woman in her 50s, midlife, again, pretty much empty nest. Like I don't have really any kind of hardcore obligations, but I did want a lighter way of growing my business. Like I wanted a business that would allow me to also take care of core areas of my life that are important to me, like my relationship with my husband, my relationship with God, you know, getting my health and my fitness in. And I didn't want to feel like I had to negate, or I didn't want to feel like I had to not make those things a priority, you know, to run a 6-figure business from home. Like that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to get out of my old business model so much, because it literally took so much from me. In that instance, I was actually building my life around my business. And what I really wanted was to be able to have a business that would just coexist so beautifully, right, with the life that I wanted. And I will kind of say this as a side note, because I know if you're still here right now, like you're totally vibing with this. I just think at this phase of our life that we've done a lot. We've supported a lot of people. We've probably supported a lot of causes. And if we're looking at, you know, a new way of earning, like I was at 49, it means like we're not happy with something. Like we're not happy with something or some kind of conditions of our life. So if you can give yourself the opportunity, and you do give yourself the opportunity to like run this thing back, like why not do it in a way that totally suits you? Like why not earn in a way that really, really suits you? Like why not choose the way that you want to earn? And if you can choose the way that you want to earn and you're doing it so that it supports, right, your lifestyle, why not also decide upon a lifestyle that you enjoy waking up to every single day? And that's what this has given me with the 4-hour workday, being able to get my hot girl steps in, be able to get my time reading the Bible in and prayer, right? Being able to have the time that I want to spend with my husband the way that I want to spend it. It's literally like everything that's important to me, it literally does get to coexist. So the way that I carve out those 4 hours is there's just a handful of things that I do every single day. This video right here, right, I'm committed to creating helpful, useful, inspiring, educational content, right, for women who are just like me looking for such a pivot for themselves. I send 2 emails a day to my growing email list, offering the same kind of insights, the same kind of inspiration, the same kind of empowerment, and again, just showing up in those emails as a resource to them. And then I mentor a handful of people every single month to help them in fast tracking their business as well. And I've just decided that anything that I undertake in my business, I do it because I want to and not because I have to. So I only fill my business, right, with activities that feel really, really good to me. So remember where I said that the same business could look different and be ran different depending upon what someone wants or the stage of life they're in. So like in this instance, I've chosen I'm not going to dance on TikTok. Like I'm not going to do a lot of things that maybe a younger woman in business would do, right? Or maybe another woman in her 50s, maybe she does enjoy the TikTok way of building a business. I do not. So therefore I do not have to. And that's what makes this kind of business so viable, right? And even so fun and so flowy and so light is that you get to do what you want to do in the manner in which you want to do it, right? To help you in running your business. And inside of my system, you actually learn all of the platforms, all of the ways that you can grow your business so that you can really make this the kind of business, again, that supports, right, your overall lifestyle and not something where you're like dreading waking up to do. Because if you're choosing at this stage of your life to entertain a new income stream, why not entertain an income stream, again, that you're pretty much like in love with? And that's how what I do is for me. And you could probably feel that through this video. One of the things I love about what I do right now so much is that the exact same way that my mentor showed up in a video much like this and inspired me to go for it, that's essentially all that I do in my business now, through my YouTube videos, through my emails, and even through my mentorship opportunities, right, where I help other people learn how to fast track their business by teaching them exactly what it is that I know. For those that want to go faster, I am just showing up as an inspiration and as someone that's walking the walk and inspiring other people to go for it and to give themselves the green light and the permission, just like I did for myself when my mentor showed up. And to me, that's as easy as this business gets to be. Because if you decide to undertake like this kind of opportunity or come along and work with me and maybe even allow me to mentor you, you're going to realize that your life experiences, why you are on this journey, can be an inspiration to another person that's ready to give this a go for themselves as well. That's what I really, really love about this. It's like each one, reach one, teach one, and that we literally get to earn really, really good money by just simply showing up and being an inspiration to other people. So you know how like we love watching those wardrobe videos, those skincare videos, and those weight loss videos for, women over 50s, and those women, like they're an inspiration to us. We get to be an inspiration for women that are looking for a new way to cash flow. Now, here's where you want to grab your notebook, because I'm going to give you the exact steps to start if you want to take on a journey like I'm doing right now, and maybe even use the very business that I'm using so that you can just simply come inside, model it, copy it, and get off to a very, very fast start, and maybe even start cash flowing within your first 30 days. So number one, you got to decide that you are ready to pivot or that you have a desire for something more. Your decision in this is really, really, really important, because when you decide, it just simply means that you cut off anything that is in opposition of what it is that you are choosing. So when you decide, I am telling you, if that alone really allows you to fast track. When I decided that I was ready to make a pivot in the way that I was earning, I had no idea how I was going to do it. But I really believe because I decided, that's why I was so open when my mentor's video popped up, right? Because I could see that that made sense for my pivot. I think that if I was still waffling with, should I do this or should I just stay, someplace where I'm unhappy, I don't think I would have been as receptive in receiving, right, her information, because I hadn't decided. But even before I knew what it was I was going to do, I knew for a fact that I was like canceling all of my coaching clients. I was going to phase them out. I knew I was closing down, right, that business model for me. And I knew that with everything in me that I was in pursuit of a new way of earning. So for step number one, you really have to decide. Number two, decide that you're really cool with learning some new or some additional online business skills, right? So that you can really take advantage of this digital gold rush that is among us. Like that is why I'm so prolific with my videos and my content, because I want way more people to know, like we literally are in a digital gold rush where people who know nothing about making money online are coming online and they are changing the way that they earn so doggone quickly. That is why as a woman in her 50s, like I want to get out there and inspire way more women that are in their late 40s, in their 50s, and even going into their 60s, that there is a space for us, right? But we've got to decide that we're either going to learn these skills if we're brand new, or, right, we're going to refresh our skills so that we can really, really get in the game. So many of my customers are women just like me, where they've been out there coaching, creating digital products, right? Doing a lot of one-on-one stuff. And so they already have a grasp over this online business stuff, but learning this new way, trust me, like it just opens up so many more income streams for yourself as well. And if you are someone where you've just been online scrolling scrolling, watching videos, like trying to figure out like what's out there, but you for sure are open to a new or an additional way of earning for yourself. You just have to decide that number one, you're not too old, the tech has never been easier, and that there's a place for you. And that if you want to learn this, you absolutely can. And the benefit to learning these skills, which as a side note, you can learn all of this again within this business system, which is what makes it so valuable, is that once you decide to make my business your business, everything that you need to learn is inside. And we've made it so step-by-step simple so that you never have to worry about like learning the tech from an aspect of like all by yourself trying to figure it all out. Everything is guided via videos over the shoulder. So much of it is done for you and given to you. Again, it's just literally, to me, it's like heaven sent. But what makes it so amazing is that when you step inside and you begin to learn these new skills, you yourself are way more valuable. So because over the years, I've learned all of these new skills, that is how I get to make money in several different ways without it being any extra work, right? That is how I can make money reselling a turnkey business model like this, and also make money through affiliate income, which that's how my recurring income flows on the back end. And that's income I don't even work for. I don't sell anything for that income. It's just set up inside of my business where it happens automatically. And again, right, I can help you with that as well. Imagine if you took on this business model and within a year, like you are not only making really, really good money from those $500 sales as you help other people get started on this journey, but what if you looked up and you were earning an additional like $1,000 to $2,000 a month in recurring income? That's where I'm getting this income from me right now. So I'm telling you, I know what is possible, and I don't work anything extra for it. I don't even sell or talk about this income stream, but it's built inside of my business system, so it automatically happens. And I'm telling you, I'll show you the exact way how you can do this as well. And then I also make money from mentorship, because I really do love walking the walk and being an example and having a little bit more, what's the word I want to use? Not hands-on, but I've created a very, very smart mentorship opportunity inside of my business, again, that flows with the way that I want to do business. So it's like when you acquire this knowledge, you acquire this skill, these skills, that is how you can open up these additional income streams that are so stinking simple. And again, you come inside, right? You will have my mentorship for your first 30 days included, right? No additional cost, right? And I will teach you and I will share these things with you so you have a really big understanding of how all of this can begin working for you. So with step number 2, you've got to decide like you are really down for learning some new skills, acquiring some new knowledge, right, that can help you in this new way of earning for yourself. No matter what path you decide to go down, it's going to require you deciding to learn something new. Just like if you decided that you wanted to take on a brand new profession, you likely would have to learn some new skills to take on that brand new profession. And then step number 3, this is where it gets really exciting. You're going to come inside and you're going to start learning the business, and you're also going to get your income stream set up. So when you're all done, within your first week or two, you're going to know our business and you're going to have your own $500 income stream set up. The best way I like to explain this is if you were to invest several hundreds of thousands of dollars into a McDonald's franchise, they are going to send you to Hamburger University so that you can learn the McDonald's way of business. That is what I love about this system. It doesn't cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, just a $599 investment. But when you come inside, we don't leave your success to chance. Again, there's no figuring things out. When you come inside, you begin to learn this way of business. And as you are setting up your $500 income stream, right, or your $599 income stream to be exact, you are learning and you are developing new skills. So you are learning this new way of business, and when you are all done, you will have your business and your ready-made income stream ready to start earning you money. The way that I like to explain this to my customers is like your first week, maybe 2 weeks. When you work with me, I can help you get it done in a week. So let's think about it as your first week is all geared towards you diving in, learning the business, and getting your income stream set up. And then we'll spend the next 3 weeks getting you dialed into, right, your daily method. And that brings me to step number 4. You're then going to establish your daily plan using our in-house training. That's going to help you understand exactly how to run your business in just a couple of hours a day. For everyone, again, that's going to look differently. You're going to learn how to use TikTok, how to use Facebook, how to use Instagram, how to use YouTube. You're going to learn how to send emails. Like, you're going to learn all of these individual things. And then out of everything that you learn, you're going to get to choose how you actually want your daily method of operation to go down. If you love the way that I do business, then you'll fall into the YouTube way of doing business. And then you'll also have a marketing bot that will help you with all of your content so that you never have to figure out how to create content or what to say or what to post all by yourself. And again, working with me and even inside of the system, we have training on that so that everything is dialed in to you, so that this journey is very personalized, right, for you. So even though you are growing and building a franchise-like system, you literally get to do it your way. Like I said earlier, this business can represent, right, your unique place in life. It can fit your unique place in life, and this can serve the purposes that you want to serve it for yourself. You might be someone that's only looking for an additional $2,000 a month. It's exciting to know that's only 4 sales with our system. Or you might be someone like me where you want 6 figures a year and that's only 4 sales a week. No matter what it is that you want, like, this is a really, really exciting way and an exciting endeavor to take on for yourself when you're looking to step into something new, learn something new, and you're looking for a way to get started in a fresh online business for yourself that has so much value. And again, for people that are in their 50s, like, we're not just wanting to go out there and sell anything to make money. Like, we want to feel good about what it is that we are offering and what we're standing by. And that's what I love about this so much, is I get to speak to other people that can identify what it's like to be our age, but still wanting more, and to know that we can set ourselves up to have it, right, without it costing us too much. And what I mean by costing, like, it's not taking so much out of our lives or so much out of our bank account in order to get started and in order to do this, right? But for a $500 investment, deciding to learn some new skills and take on some new knowledge and a couple of hours a day, that you potentially could have a business, right, that's paying you $50, to $100,000 or more a year. It's happening for many, many people. And I am an example of someone, right, that has been able to turn this into a 6-figure a year business for myself. And then step number 5, very simple, right? You're just going to start making sales, and you're going to rinse and repeat step number 4, right? Which is all about your daily method. So if you would love to learn more, I'm going to drop my information down below in the description, or you can simply go to myturnKeyBusiness.com. You'll be able to see all the information, learn all about what this is, and you'll also be able to activate my mentorship for your first 30 days in business, so that I can personally help you get a really, really fast start by teaching you everything that I know about building a 6-figure year business using this exact franchise system. So I really hope that this video has provided you value and has shown you exactly how at the age of 49 I made the decision to pivot, and how at 51, right, I run a business that pays me very, very well, supports my midlife goals and endeavors, and allows me to inspire and empower other women who want to go in this direction as well. Make sure you subscribe, click on notifications if you want to stay up and up on all things that are going down on this channel. And if you do want to learn more about this empowering way of earning, click the link down below in the description. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video, or seeing you inside of the community and working with you to help you fast track your new income.